Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2. This is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg. This is game number 2 between MinChul, who I am referring to as MC, and Liquid Snute, who is our Zerg player on the top left hand side. Prioritarius is our map for this one, very known for a lot of fast plays with both, well, not Reapers in this case, but the Zerg quite often likes to expand straight into this gold base, which is actually ridiculously difficult to defend. Or also to this one, which is a little bit less common. So let's see how our players are going to start off with this one. Does look like there's nothing special there as of yet. Now something to note, doesn't look like Snute does the same trick that that Firecake does. And is indeed going for that early expansion straight onto the gold, so that's quite interesting. Now this probe is of course going to spot that out pretty much straight away. Yeah, he would spot it by just passing by, he's not even going to need to. There we go, it is now visible for him, so he knows this is happening. Oh my god, is he going to go for a double expansion? Oh my god, he's going to go for a double gold expansion. Holy... oh, denied. Never mind that. Okay, so the Nexus is going down now while that probe is combating the drone was combating the probe. So a double expansion now at this point. I really am wondering how MC is going to react to this. He's not going to throw down a second gateway anyways, that's for sure. Seems to be going for a cybernetics core straight away. Now he's going to really want to do something about this, because if he doesn't, he is going to get absolutely overrun by Snute. Now in the last game, if you haven't seen it so far, I do suggest going back to the first game where I'm about to spoil it. So go back to the previous game, watch how it ended. It was a very surprising ending actually. I did think that the other player was going to win. And at this point, if you didn't go back, you're continuing on with this video. It was MC who had actually won the game. He pretty much overpowered Snute with quite some nice disruptions, doing some crazy damage, evening out the difference in supply. And at that point Snute just was not able to defend him. He did opt to go for Mutalisk, which didn't quite pay off. So let's see, Twilight Council is on the way, doing quite a lot of tech very early on, which is really strange to see, to be honest, as a Protoss. Usually you'd get maybe 2 gateways, maybe get out the robotics facility quite early, but here we're not seeing that at all. We're seeing him going for the Twilight Council, which is very strange. I wonder, is he going to go for Dark Templars or something, because this is very peculiar. A lot of Zerglings are also on the way. He does recognize that he might have a huge advantage here. Gonna start running after this Adept. Gonna probably kill it if he's not careful. No, he does back off because he sees the psionic transfer has been made. And there we go, we do have another Adept on the way. Now still only 1 production facility for MC, so this could be very dangerous. Robotics facility now coming down. Now at this point, if Snute decided to attack, obviously he doesn't know this, but if he decided to attack, he would have destroyed MC right now. He would have absolutely steamrolled him, because MC would have absolutely no way to defend against this. You'd have what, 2 Adepts? 2 Adepts really is not enough to defend against this. I mean, he might be able to block them off here and prevent the Zerg rush in, but this base would be absolutely toast. There we go, looks like he does spot that there's a block off here. Second gateway now finally going down. I really wonder, what is he going to be doing with this? There we go, 2 more gateways thrown down. Now we're seeing some progress from MC, just starting off a little bit slow. Now Snute, he's almost saturated these 2 bases at this point. Roach Warren is almost complete also. Double gas already been harvested. I wonder what's going to go out of this now. There is a warp prism being prepared. I wonder, is he going to do this exact same thing where he's just going to run a bunch of Adepts into the enemy base? Now it's not going to work out as well as it did last time, simply because there are already roaches on the field. There was 12 being produced just a few moments ago, if you noticed, and now that some of them are even made, there's even more being created. So he's on a crazy economic advantage right now with 2 gold bases. This warp prism getting spotted pretty much straight away. So I don't think it's going to be as effective as MC would like it to be. simply because he's going to be prepared for it. He's going to know where to bring his units. We do have 2 roaches, 2 queens here. A little bit overkill on the queens. Doesn't have this base taken yet, which I would probably have taken by now. If I'm seeing that my opponent is not building up his base so much, I would definitely have taken this by now. Now let's have a look at the units that we have on the field. Looks like 9 adepts. Let's follow these guys. 9 adepts. And that's pretty much it. Now for Snute, he has 15 roaches, which alone can take care of these adepts. And he has 27 zerglings, which is huge. You could potentially do an insane amount of damage to this base. Or to MC's base. So look at the supply difference as well. There's already a 30 supply difference at 5 minutes. This just shows you how much those gold bases are doing right now. Now deciding to kill zerglings instead of attacking drones, probably not the best of ideas. There is a layer being almost complete here. I wonder, is he going to go for those mulists again? I probably wouldn't think so. There's only 2 gases on the field, so definitely no mulists as of yet. Oh, hello. 2 gases being taken there. And 2 gases being taken here. This could potentially be a mutulist play again. Now last time it did not pay off at all. Last time, just like this time, I think that Snute is already overstepping his mark right now. He needs to attack. He needs to wreck this base before it manages to establish itself. But unfortunately, obviously as the player, he does not see as much as the observer does. So unfortunately, not going to be of much help to him. Robotics bay here is also complete, as you can see. Probably going to see a disruptor coming out of this shortly after. Now this is a difficult situation for MC. If this one pylon gets destroyed, that's actually pretty much all of his production capability. He's going to lose a cybernetics core, he's going to lose a robotics facility, and at that point I believe that it would probably be unrecoverable. Of course he does have to get in here first. Which, to be honest, if he got roach, bury the roaches and tunneling claws, he wouldn't actually be that difficult to get in here. Yeah, so there we go. We do have mutalisks on the way. They have actually been completed. So a total of 3 being made right now. Not a huge amount. A few Hydras also being made. His economy right now is skyrocketing. He has 4th base on the way, about to saturate that very, very quickly. Although I have to say that his supply count is quite low. For 2 early gold expansions, he could have potentially supply capped at this point. But of course, opted to go for a bit of tech. Upgrading pretty much everything. Ranged ground units, muscular augments, glider constitution, and Hydralis as well. So he's doing a 3 different type of unit attack. Does have a few mutalisks here also harassing, by the way, just to note that. Doing as much economic damage as possible. Actually opting to go for the gas mining ones and kind of forgetting about these mutalisks now. They're probably going to get destroyed here very, very quickly. And one more gets taken out. I love the destruction animation of units. It's pretty crazy. Wow, look at the amount of force fields going down here. That is quite insane. Lots and lots of damage being forced off here. There's no Ravagers, unfortunately, so he can't actually break those earlier than he'd like. There's 2 disruptors on the field, and the supply is actually favoring our Zerg player right now. He does have a nice surround here, but of course the force field are still in place. Once those fall, it'll be a lot easier to actually attack this. But as you can see here, the disruptions from these disruptors are quite significant, doing a lot of damage, and finally now getting cleaned up that the force fields have run out. So he's going to reinforce these just a little bit. I don't think that he has the forces to actually take this on. I mean, look at the supply. There's about a 40 supply lead for our Zerg player Snute. So if he decides to take this on, actually, you know what, before I confirm that, there we go. Army supply is actually not that big. It's about 30 supply difference. And it actually seems to be the workers are exactly the same. There we go. Oh my god, this is a huge concave here from the Zerg player. He's going to be able to do so much damage. 1 disruptor falls, 2nd one also falls. Just the stalkers remaining, and of course the observer just sitting there and flying away. I'm safe. Nobody can kill me. It does seem to be chased by the Zerg. Not quite sure how that would work out if he turned it around. I think he would actually have enough to take this on. There we go, does decide to do a little bit of damage before backing on away. And there is a Warp Prism here, only has 2 Adepts on it. Getting destroyed pretty much straight away. A bit unfortunate. And gets taken out. So let's look at how many Mutalisks. He's been producing Mutalisks for a while. There's 4 Mutalisks on the field, 4 more being created. He's probably going to rally them all up together and then see what he can do in terms of harassment in the base. Now in terms of tech, we do have a Dark Shrine coming out. And of course Zealot Legs also being produced, as you can see here. A few sentries being put up. These force fields actually paid off quite well for him last time. Now where is that Dark Shrine being made? Am I blind? Is that it here? Yes, it is indeed. Right inside the gold base. So this would be pretty much this general area would be the very main focus of MC's units. So it would be very difficult to actually break that Dark Shrine. And the question is, how much damage is he going to do before it gets taken out? So we do have a Lurker Den also on the field and a Hive. So it looks like Snute is deciding to go for a bit of tech here. Is going to be cleaning up a lot of these probes as well. 5 probes so far taken out. And these Mutalisks, taking slightly not the best path here, are getting damaged by the Blink Stalkers. Looking at the supply, Zerg player about 50 supply ahead, which is quite okay. I mean, he is currently at 5 bases if I am counting correct. Does bring up a few Ravagers, does have Hydralisks also. He's probably going to have these morphed into Lurkers very shortly as well. 2 Creep Queens just standing there, not quite being used. The creep spread on this side is actually quite good. He's almost at the Zerg base at this point. He will be able, 1 more creep tumor, and he'll be able to spot any expansion going out in this direction, which essentially gives him control over 1, 2, 3 expansions altogether, which of course would be very nice for him. Now these Mutalisks were chasing after Warp Prism, do decide to back off. I don't think it's the best option for them actually. They are going to get absolutely slaughtered by these pylons, as you can see there. Now there were 9 drones there. I don't quite know. It looks like they were here, since there's a few units there. Now Zerg Flyer level 1 is being produced, so I wonder, is he going to continue on with this Mutalisk attack? He has about 12 of them there, and he has 7 more being produced right now. And a big ground force as well here, potentially going to move into the front. So I think he might use the ground forces to distract while he takes Ultralisks to do economic damage in the back. Now there we go. This creep tumor is now going to officially be cutting off this expansion, and as well the expansion right here. Now this is completely mined out. This is also about to be mined out. This base is actually quite healthy because it was taken very late. Main base almost mined out at this point also. And we do have level 3 missile attacks for the Zerg. This is actually quite significant. The upgrades are strongly favoring the Zerg. There we go, the Mutalisks just flying in here, doing a bit of economic damage. As you can see, 8 probes in total taken out there. Sorry for the camera control there, a bit terrible for myself. A Greater Spire being produced also. I wonder, is he going to go for some brood play? Honestly, I don't even know if he needs it at this point. The economic advantage that he has is quite significant. Now, if you notice here, it does look like the income is better from the Protoss, but that is actually because he has 2 gold bases, which we both know very, very quickly mine out. This base is not actually fully up yet, so should get that up very shortly. More and more Mutalisks being warped in or morphed in right now. Honestly, I don't know if that's the correct choice at this point. It does look like level 2 weapons for Protoss is also on the way. So finally catching up on those upgrades. Now the longer Snute waits with this, the longer MC is going to have to respond. So honestly, I don't know what he's waiting for. He has all of these lurkers, all of these ground forces, but he's just letting Snute, well, he already let him max out quite a while ago. Or sorry, MC rather. Big chunk of mutalisks here. As you can see, there's about 21 of them. There we go. Now at this point, a few cannons being put up here. Not actually sure why he's dedicating so many resources for these cannons. Not particularly great expense here. I mean, all it defends really is the Twilight Council, which I don't really know how much he needs anymore. But at the same time, he should have probably put them around these buildings so he can defend the gateways. Does decide to actually engage onto this, do as much damage as possible. There's not actually that much stalkers here, but at the same time, every mutalist that dies is actually worth a lot more than a stalker. Ooh, this Archon actually doing quite nice damage here. Taking out a few units. Those look like some Overseers here also. What did he actually use those Overseers for? He didn't use them to block anything. Just select one random unit. He is aware of the Dark Shrine anyways. That's for sure. There we go. We do have Broodlords on the way now. And he's going to probably bring a lot of these out. Once he gets a few minerals, he's going to get a lot of these out. What I do think right now, he really needs to get his economy rolling again though. He is starting to lose on the economy front. Now in terms of supply, MC is currently leading. Ooh, 2 huge disruptions here. Gonna take out these spine crawlers. One getting pulled back. Not quite sure why he put it back. Oh, there we go. He's actually transfusing it to bring it back up to health. But again, there's so many disruptors here. 5 in total. This will pretty much be able to wipe out everything on the field. And there's a total of 4 Broodlords at the moment. 5 Broodlords. My mistake. 6th one be made as well. He needs to delay this push as much as possible. Now this is one of his main income bases after this one is going to be running out. So at the moment MC really, or Snute really needs to get his economy rolling. He is starting to fall behind. Now he's doing better than MC, don't get me wrong, but at the same time he is about to mine out. And MC, as you can see, also about to lose all of this base also. I'm going to probably take this Archon off for free. Not going to be that much that can be done here. Now, I'm not sure. Did he destroy this gateway specifically to get here? And there you go. These mutalisks now doing quite a lot of damage. Now, this getting cleaned up also. There's not really that much that Snute can do to combat this force. He needs to do enough damage to MC to basically force him to GG out. As you can see, there is a total of 11 Broodlords at the moment. How much damage they're going to be able to do to these units, I honestly don't know. And this is exactly, actually, I see what he's doing. So he's sitting here with these lurkers preventing ground units from coming in, and he's going to use Broodlords to wear down the army. Broodlords, of course, since they're so long range, they can shoot and do a bit of damage without losing anything. There you go. Now the engages are coming out here. The disruptor's starting to do a bit of damage, but at the same time the Broodlord's going absolutely ham on these stalkers. Not losing any stalkers as of yet. There's a lot of storms going down as well, and GG has been called by MC, and that is pretty much that. Okay, so there goes game number 2, evening out the score to 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Right, I'll end this video here. My social media details are on the right hand side. Please subscribe also if you haven't. Just to note also, if you're not subscribed and when you comment on things, it doesn't actually give me a notification about it. I just figured this out today from YouTube. It seems that the timeline that it shows, it only shows me comments from subscribers. So of course, if you want me to respond, that'll really help out for tracking those. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in game number 3.